Hi everyone, welcome to my lecture. I am Dipanjan Kumar De. Today I will deliver another important lecture on group theory. This is the lecture number 3 of group theory. In this lecture, the learner will understand the definition of group example, along with example and subgroup also. These are the two outcomes. One is definition of the group and other is definition of the subgroup with example. So let's start. What is group? So let's see. A group consists of non-empty set G together with a binary operation or composition star such that the following property hold. Binary composition star. It may be addition, multiplication or anything. Okay. Such that the following properties hold. There are four properties. One is closure property, hold. If closure property hold, associative, existence of identity, existence of inverse. These are the four properties. If a binary composition satisfies the following properties, then we can say it is a group. Now, what is closure property? If A, B belongs to G, then A composition B also belongs to G. That is, if AB in G, the element A and B belongs to G, then A plus B belongs to G. Then we can say it is closure. Similarly, associative, if A, B, C belongs to G, then A composition B composition C equal to, that is A composition B composition C. Here is a bracket, A composition B composition C and equal to A composition B composition C. B composition C is bracket. So if this equal to this, then we can say associative property. For associative property, we will take three elements from G. That is ABC belongs to G. You see, I have taken ABC belongs to G. Now existence of identity. Existence of identity means there exists an element E belongs to G. That is, there must be an element which belongs to E such that A belongs to G. That is, A is also belongs to G such that A composition E equal to E composition A equal to A. Then E is known as identity element. That is identity element composition with other element, we get the other element. Okay. So this is existence of identity. If existence of identity element, then we have to prove existence of inverse. For A belongs to G, then there exists A inverse belongs to G such that A composition A inverse equal to A inverse composition A equal to E. This, be careful. E is the identity element. Here E is known as identity element. E is equal to E, you can write identity element. Identity element. Identity element. If there is no identity element, so existence of inverse is not possible. Okay. So if a composition hold that is these four properties, we can say this is a group. If any one of them violation, that is either closure property, associative property, existence of identity, existence of inverse, if any one of them is violate, then we cannot say it is a group. Okay, let's see the example of group. Suppose Z plus, prove that a question I'm writing along question wise. Prove that Z plus Z, this is Z plus is a group where Z equal to integer, where Z is a integer. Z is a integer. So solution, what is Z actually? Integer. So what is the integer? That is dot 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 -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dot 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 dot. This is Z. Now for closure property. Number one, closure property. How to see closure property? How to prove? Take any two elements from this Z, from Z. So any two element I am taking, say 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 belongs to G. Now we have to check the addition of these two, that because addition is Z plus is a group. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. 5 belongs to G because 1 2 3 4 5 dot 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 dot, so many. So 5 belongs to G. So hence closure property hold. Closure property holds. Okay, closure property hold. Next, any two element, not only 2 3, you can take any two. Suppose minus 2 and suppose 3. So minus 2 and 3. So you see minus 2 and 3. So if we add these minus 2 plus 3, that comes 1. You see 1 belongs to G. This is also closure. Okay, any two element, not only 2 3, not only minus 2 3. You can take any two element, then addition of that two element, we will get the answer belongs to G. So now the question is, I'm taking any two element. Why I'm doing here plus? Why not into? Because you have Z plus is a group. Plus is a group. Addition is there. Okay. So now associative property. Number two, associative. 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 For associative, we have to take three elements from Z. Say 1 2 3. 1 2 3 belongs to G. Now we have to see 1 plus 2 within bracket plus 3. Plus is the composition here. Be careful. 1 plus 2 plus 3. Whether these two are equal or not, you have to check. Yes, 1 2 plus 1, that is 3. 3 plus 3 6. 2 5 plus 1 6. So this hold. That means associative property hold. So this equal to this, therefore associative 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 property associative property hold associative property hold. Okay, associative property holds. Okay, clear? So now closure property, associative property hold. Now I have to see the existence of identity. That is number 3, property number 3. Not only 1 2 3 for associative, you can take any three element. I told any three element, you have to check by this way whether these two are equal, then we can say it is associative. Now existence of identity. Existence of identity means, it means that we have to find an element. We have to find an element from this such that addition of that element with other element gives the other element. Okay, gives the other element. Suppose 0 say number 3, that is identity. Identities. Let now 0 belongs to Z. 0 belongs to Z. Now see, 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. That means 0 is the identity element. 0 is the identity element such that 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. 0 plus suppose 3 is equal to 3. 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1. That belongs to G. That belongs to G. That belongs to G. Okay. You see. Now 0 is the element. We are finding an element 0. 0. That is the identity element. I am saying that. So that 0 plus with other any element, we get the other any element. Okay. So 0 is the identity element, we can say. Therefore 0 is the identity element we have found here. That is 0 is the identity element. Identity element. Okay. Now you can say suppose 1. You can say 1 is the identity element. Is it one identity element? No, because 1 plus 2 is not equal to 2. 1 plus 2 is not equal to 2. So 1 is not the identity element. 1 plus say that is 1 plus 3 is not equal to 3. So 1 is not the identity element. But 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. 0 plus 3 equal to 3. 0 plus any element, we will get that element. So 0 is the identity element, but 1 is not the identity element. So 0 is the identity element. So that means property number 3, that is existence of identity, hold. Property number 3, that means existence of identity, hold. Okay. Now we will check identity element is 0. Be careful. You have to remember. Now inverse. Inverse. So for inverse, number 4, property number 4, inverse. 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 Existence of inverse. So existence of inverse, say 2. 2 belongs to G. 2 belongs to G. Now additive inverse of 2. Therefore, additive inverse of 2 is minus 2. So 2 now plus of minus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. 0 is the identity. Identity element. You see? So we can say inverse exists. Inverse exists. Not only 2 here, not only 2. Suppose you are taking, suppose 3. So 3 I am taking an element. 0 is the identity element. I am writing here 0. Now 3 plus minus 3 is equal to 0 coming, because minus 3 is the additive inverse of 3. So 3 minus 3, that comes, we are getting an identity element. Suppose minus 1. Minus 1, then plus of, tell me, minus 1 का additive inverse plus 1. So this plus this, you see, that is 0 also, identity element. This is identity element. This you see, A, their identity existence of inverse means for A belongs to G, there exists A inverse belongs to G. That means you see 2 belongs to G, minus 2 also belongs to G. Minus 2 belongs to G. So minus 2, that belongs to also G. Now this plus this is equal to identity element I am getting. So inverse exists. Thus Z plus satisfies. Thus we can write here. Z plus satisfies all the properties of group. Thus Z plus satisfies all the properties of group. Satisfies all the properties of group. That is closure, associative, existence of identity, and existence of inverse. Hence, Z plus is a group. Z plus is a group. Now understand, everybody? Okay. So if you don't understand, you can ask me in this number. If you have any clarification, any doubts, you can ask me in this number. This is my WhatsApp number. No problem. You can leave your comments in the comment box. I'll check it. If you need any topic, then you write me in comment box. I will make for you. Okay. Next, I'll see another example which is not a group. Suppose, then you will understand clear idea of that is group. If I say Z into is a group, you will see n plus is not a group. How n plus is not a group? Just take it, solution, and I will just take it. N equal to what? Natural number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dot. So here you see closure and associative property will hold, but identity will not get. You see closure taking any two, and suppose 1 and 2 I am taking. 1 and 2 belongs to n, therefore 1 plus 2 belongs to 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 belongs to n. So we can say closure property hold. Suppose associative. I am taking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. So this equal to this, therefore associative holds. Associative hold. Hold. Now closure, here is closure. Closure hold. Closure hold, associative hold, because 1, 2, 3 belongs to G, belongs to N. N. Okay. Closure property hold, associative property hold. 1, 2, 3 belongs to N. So this is closure property. So closure, associative property, and this is closure property. Both are hold. Now, existence of identity. Existence of identity. There is no element in N. See, for identity element, there is no element in N such that addition of that element with other element, we are not getting the other element. Like suppose you are saying 1 is the identity element. Suppose 1 is the identity element. Then 1 plus 2 is not equal to 2. 1 plus 3 is not equal to 3. So we are saying 1 is not an identity element. Identity element. 1 is not an identity element. Similarly, also 2 plus 3 is not equal to 3. 2 plus 4 is not equal to 4. So 2 is not the identity. So there is no identity element in N. So N plus is not a group. So we can write down same thing, the statement. There is no identity element in N plus. There is no identity element in N. No identity element in N. Therefore, N plus is not a group. Not a group. Is not a group. Okay. By this way, you can prove whether N plus is a group or N into is a group or not. Z plus Z minus, similarly Q plus Q minus is a group or not. Okay, you can check it by this way. This is the way. Because here we are, why we are not saying it is not a group, because one of the property, that is property number 3. Property number 3 is a violation. That is identity element we are not getting. That is property 3 is not get hold. So it is not a group. Okay. So this is the clear picture of group definition and along with some examples. Now, what is actually subgroup? Subgroup. To get to in this lecture, I will explain now. This is the last topic of this lecture, that is subgroup. What is subgroup? Subgroup. Subgroup. A non-empty set H of group G. A non-empty set H of group G that is G star is said to be a subgroup of G, is said to be a subgroup of G if H star itself a group. H star itself a group, or you can say H star forms a group, or forms a group. H star forms a group. That means we can say H is a subgroup of G. So that means H is a subgroup of G. H is a non-empty set of group G. G star is said to be a group, subgroup if H star itself a group. So now definition, this is the definition. Then you can write the example. Then you will understand clearly. Q plus is a subgroup of R plus. Q plus is a subgroup of R plus. Both are group. Q plus itself a group, R plus is a group. Because here, since Q is a subset of R. Q is a subset of R. So Q plus is a group, R plus is also a R plus is a group, Q plus is also a group, itself a group. So we can say Q plus is a subgroup of R plus because Q is a subset of R. So this is enough for subgroup. Okay. Now you understood very nicely the definition of group, definition of subgroup, along with some examples. In the next topic, I will come with my next video, that is monoid semigroup, and groupoid. One thing I can say, that is in definition of group. Just I am saying in definition group, if there are four properties: closure property, associative property, that is identity, and another is that is inverse. If the closure property hold, then it is called groupoid. Just I am saying, I will discuss separately. Only one closure property hold, then it is groupoid. If the that is closure and associative, these two hold, then it is semi-group. If a binary composition satisfies, that is closure and associative, this is called semi-group. And monoid, that is a closure, associative, and identity, these three property hold, then it is called monoid. And the commutative group, there is a commutative law, A composition B is equal to B composition A. So I am telling the commutative group, or you can say commutative group means if all properties of group will satisfy and the commutative law is satisfied, then we can say it is a commutative group or abelian group. That means this thing I will discuss separately. Till then, bye bye. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get the update. Okay, thank you very much.